Welcome to our podcast. In this episode, we'll be hearing from 6 people across 6 different countries, each sharing their first-hand experiences of how extreme weather has shaped their lives, their communities, and their outlook on the future. Our first guest is from Ireland. So, what is the most common extreme weather event in your country?
In Ireland, we often experience strong storms and heavy rainfall. Sometimes we also get flooding, especially during the winter months.
And how has this affected your community?
Well, storms can damage roads, homes, and power lines. Flooding sometimes cuts people off from work or school. The local businesses can struggle. It also affects farmers when their land gets waterlogged.
And lastly, what measures has the government taken to minimise damage?
The government has built better flood fences in some areas and improved weather warning systems. They also encourage people to be prepared and have emergency plans during bad weather.
Okay. Thank you. Our next guest is from Romania. So, what is the most common extreme weather event in your country?
Floods definitely are the most common in Romania. The rivers called Danube sometimes overflow after rain or snow melts, and whole villages get flooded.
And how has this affected your community?
Many lose their homes and have to leave their villages for days or weeks. It's really stressful and scary. Farmers are hit hard too because their crops and animals are destroyed. And even after the water goes down, cleaning takes up a really long time.
And lastly, what measures has the government taken to prevent damage?
The Romanian government usually steps in pretty fast. They send them emergency teams from the army and firefighters to help evacuate people. And afterwards, the cleaning starts, cleaning mud, checking their houses if they're safe to live in again.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. Our next guest is from Poland. So, what is the most common extreme weather event in your country?
In Poland, also floods are one of the most dangerous natural disasters. They cause huge damages to people, nature, and economy. They damage the building, the roads, especially the one during 1997. It was called the flood of the millennium. It caused losses. About 12 billion.
Okay. And what measures has the government taken to minimise damage?
They build levees, reservoirs, and polders. They also send forecasts and alerts via messages, radio, and internet. They prepare flood risk plans, maps that show the most dangerous areas. They also train the firefighters, army, and medical services what to do in event of a flood. They also educate the public about what to do, and they try to get international support from EU or World Bank funds.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Our next guest is from Portugal. So, what is the most common weather event in your country?
In Portugal, the most common extreme weather event are the heat waves, which later leads to extreme droughts and wildfires. These events occur mainly in the summer months, like August and September.
And how has this affected your community?
The wildfires affect mainly the air quality and the economy as well. Droughts and heat waves directly affect the population, especially the most vulnerable ones, such as children and elderly.
And what measures has the government taken to minimise the damage?
Our government tries to prevent some of these events by asking the population to be careful, landowners to cut certain trees and clean their property, hospitals and healthcare centers try to be as open as possible to receive people who suffer some kind of accident due to these events. And the government always sends messages to the entire population warning about it.
Thank you for sharing. Our next guest is from Turkey. So, what is the most common weather event in your country?
In Turkey, the most common extreme weather event is heat waves. In recent years, the country has experienced unusual high temperatures, especially in summer.
And how has this affected your community?
These heat waves start to become more frequent and overly affect Turkey. They cause droughts, health issues for people, and especially forest fires. Turkey faced over 3,000 forest fires just in 2025 summer.
And lastly, what measures has the government taken to minimize the damage?
The government and local authorities often issue warnings and encourage people to protect themselves and stay hydrated from the heat and avoid going out during the hottest hours of the day.
Thank you for sharing. And our last guest is from Latvia. So what is the most common extreme weather event in your country?
In Latvia, we doesn't have extreme weather. We don't have earthquakes, and we don't have very strong thunder.
Thank you for sharing. And that is the end. Thank you for listening to our podcast.